Shukla. Earlier we have seen about the categories of element like metals, non-metals and metalloids. Today we are going to see about the properties of metals. As in front of you there is a picture of periodic table. In periodic table total 118 elements are there. Out of 118 elements, 90 are metals, 20 are non-metals and almost 8 are metalloids. So metals are very vast in behavior, lot of differences are there. So today we will focus mainly in properties of metals, or that complete video is based on the properties of metals. In previous video, we have seen about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. We have compared also, and so many exceptions also we have seen. Today we will focus on chemical behavior of the metals, because that chemical behavior only will decide the utility of the metal. Reaction with oxygen. Whenever metals are exposed in air or when they have treated with oxygen, they form oxides. In general, they are called metal oxides or metallic oxides. These metallic oxides are basic in nature. It means whenever they dissolve in water, they form base. Some metals react very easily, vigorously. They are called most reactive metals. Some metals react moderately, and some metals do not react at all. For example, sodium and potassium. These two metals are most reactive metals. Immediately when exposed in air, they form their oxides. Like reactions are given, potassium reacts with oxygen, form potassium oxide, and sodium also reacts with oxygen very rapidly and forms sodium oxide. Now about less reactive metals. If we see about copper, at normal room temperature, copper doesn't react with oxygen. But whenever it is heated, it forms copper oxide, that is of black color. This is a special identification test of copper, and in board also the question is asked, when brown colored metal is heated with oxygen, it forms black color substance. So we know that only copper is of brown color metal. So whenever copper is reacted with oxygen, form copper oxide, that is of black color. On the other hand, some metals do not react, like silver, gold and platinum. They are called noble metals because they are as it is if we expose in air. Next property is reaction with water. Metals react with water and form hydroxide, form a strong alkali. That's why metals are called basic in nature. Some metals react very rapidly and some metals do not react at all. Whenever metals react with water, they always liberate hydrogen gas, which can be tested by burning with pop sound. As sodium reacts with water and forms sodium hydroxide, and this reaction is highly exothermic, a lot of heat is released in this with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Again, I am repeating the same thing. Hydrogen gas is tested by producing pop sound. In exam, it is asked how will you dictate the presence of hydrogen gas. So simply if burning matchstick you will bring closer to the test tube, there will be pop sound. So that way you can test the presence of hydrogen gas also. Calcium also react with water very rapidly and form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. It's the same exothermic process, means a lot of heat is released in it. Magnesium does not react with cold water. With hot water, it reacts and produces magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. That is also true very slowly. It reacts with steam and produces magnesium oxide with liberation of hydrogen gas. But with the magnesium, the reaction of water is slow rate with a slow speed. With oxygen, the reaction of water is too slow. We can't observe very properly. But yes, with steam, it reacts and forms aluminium oxide. And it forms the protective layer. Aluminium oxide is one of the protective layer over the aluminium metal. So rest of the aluminium will be inert. Zinc also does not react with cold water, but it reacts with steam and forms zinc oxide. Now the special metal and very common metal. It doesn't react. It means what? Iron. Iron is very popular metal. It doesn't react with cold water, even hot water also. In general, we can say it doesn't react with a pure water, distilled water. It always reacts with impure water containing some of the impurities. Iron reacts with steam, produce iron oxide, Fe2O3, and finally it forms Fe3O4 as well. And that is only known as rusting. Whenever iron reacts with impure water, means air and water, carbon dioxide and water, then iron is get rusted. There will be rusting process. One of the important, and it is one of the important question also. Calcium and magnesium, whenever react with water, they start floating on the water. Floating on the water, it means they will come up. Why it is happening? Whenever calcium and magnesium reacts, the metal particles stick with hydrogen bubbles. Since hydrogen gas is releasing, so hydrogen molecules which are releasing in form of bubbles stick to the metal and bring the metal up. And because of that, these two metals start floating on the top of the water. Here one of the reactivity series is given on the basis of reaction with water. Some metals react very vigorously, some react moderately, and some do not react at all. So, series of the metals are given. You are able to see potassium at the top, means most reactive, then sodium, and at the last silver, gold, and platinum are there, which do not react with water. Reaction with acids. Whenever metals react with acid, again they release hydrogen gas. Metal salt is formed and hydrogen gas is released there. Like in this reaction, sodium metal reacts with hydrochloric acid and forms sodium chloride and hydrogen gas, which can again tested by bringing burning matchstick, and hydrogen gas will burn with pop sound. Reaction of zinc metal with sulfuric acid. Whenever zinc metal react with sulfuric acid, form zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. It is one of the laboratory method to prepare hydrogen gas. Now, one of the important point is to be noted that whenever metals react with nitric acid, hydrogen gas doesn't produce. So what is the special in nitric acid? Nitric acid is not only an acid, but it is a strong oxidizing agent, which oxidized hydrogen gas then and there into water. So, metals react with acid, nitric acid, but nitric acid immediately oxidized hydrogen gas into water. So, at the place of hydrogen gas, we will get water and different oxides of nitrogen. Some metals do not react with acids. They are called noble metals, as I told earlier. Now below, series is given on the basis of the reactivity with acids. Metals react with hydrogen and form ionic hydride. These are the special compounds in which hydrogen form an ion by gaining the electron from metals. As we know that metals always have tendency to lose the electron, and that's why hydrogen will accept the electron, because hydrogen can lose as well as can gain the electron both. Now if we see about the nature of metal oxide, as earlier we discussed that metal oxides are basic in nature. They can turn red litmus blue if we use their solution. Though all the metal oxides are not soluble, but the oxides which are soluble in water, they form strong alkali. As examples are given, sodium oxide whenever react with water form strong alkali sodium hydroxide. Same way potassium also react with oxygen form potassium oxide, and when potassium oxide dissolves in water form potassium hydroxide. These both are very strong base or strong alkali. Now here some special behavior of oxides of special metals. Zinc forms zinc oxide, aluminium oxide, same way lead form lead oxide. But these oxides are not basic only. They are amphoteric in nature. It means they can react with acid as well as with base. When they react with acid, they behave like bases. When they react with base, they behave like acids. That nature is known as amphoteric nature. Like zinc oxide example and reactions are given. Zinc oxide can react with sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. So in that case, zinc oxide behaves like acid and forms salt and water, that is sodium zincate Na2ZnO2. Same way, zinc oxide reacts with hydrochloric acid also. Again it forms salt and water. Now it reacts with hydrochloric acid, it means it behaves like a base. Both the reactions are examples of neutralization reaction. Aluminium is also an example of amphoteric oxide, means it behaves like acid as well as base. It reacts with acid like hydrochloric acid, forms salt and water, and it reacts with base with sodium hydroxide and forms sodium aluminate or sodium meta-aluminate. As we have seen earlier, so many reactions in which some metals are more reactive, some are moderately reactive, some metals are less reactive. On the basis of their reactivity, we can arrange them either in increasing order or decreasing order. That arrangement of the metals on the basis of their reactivity is known as reactivity series. With the help of this series, easily we can find out which metals are more reactive, which are moderately reactive, and which are least reactive. Here reactivity series is given where number of metals are arranged on the basis of their reactivity. Like sodium is placed at the top, means most reactive. and gold and platinum at the bottom, which are less reactive. More reactive metal can displace the less reactive metal from its salt solution. That is known as displacement reaction. Like in copper sulfate, if we will add iron metal, copper will be displaced by iron, since iron is more reactive and copper is less reactive. We can compare the reactivity series by the reaction, or we can find out the metal on the basis of reactivity series. Here some examples are given of reactivity series. Aluminium can displace zinc also, silver also. Copper can replace silver from the silver nitrate. So on the basis of such kind of reactions, we can compare the reactivity of metals. Thank you so much being with me. Please go with the content and study properly.